Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. We are back with some more Frieren Beyond Journey's End, episode 24. Last episode we got to see multiple parties work their way through the dungeon, but we still haven't seen some familiar faces like Ubel, Levine, and Kana. Water doesn't seem to be very abundant inside these ruins, so hopefully Levine and Kana can keep up, that synergy that they had, even if there isn't any water, and make their way through the dungeon okay. And anyone who comes across Kana's replica in the dungeon will probably feel pretty relieved. Frieren uses her extensive dungeon knowledge to move pretty easily through these ruins. It is Frieren anyways, but easier than if she hadn't been, spending those times with Himmel, and that's where she kind of gets that knowledge from. Himmel back in the past wanted the party to move through the dungeons, and even if they had something they needed to, like a monster they needed to kill or a main objective, he wanted to explore. He's just like me whenever I play games like RPGs and that kind of thing, where I want to explore every nook and cranny. I gotta find everything that there is to find. And that seems to kind of been passed down to Frieren, and even though Fern right now is just enjoying following Frieren around and finding happiness, in the happiness that Frieren gets from finding these artifacts, objects, different things inside there, I have a feeling that at some point that love of exploring the dungeons and maybe just, traveling will rub off on Fern. And now the replica battles are kicking off, and I'm super excited to get back into that. The last scene and the last shot of the previous episode where Frieren's replica is just hovering above Dinkin in his room was way too good. So hopefully we pick up right back where that scene ended, and yeah, let's hop into the episode.
Dungeon is a force to be reckoned with. We call it the Spiegel, or the water mirror fiend.
Oh, so the Lord of the Dungeon is what's creating these replicas. It's not just like a trap or something.
You may know it from Avig the Sage's heroic tales.
Avig the Sage is coming back in here.
We believe that it can read the memories of
I like that we're getting the backstory for it too.
its dungeon. It then utilizes this information to make perfect replicas of its targets. There are monsters in the modern era with similar powers, such as the Einzom. But Spiegel's
not quite up to this level though.
They have physical substance and even go so far as to reproduce the target's strength, mana, and their techniques. This monster is the reason the ruins of the king's tomb remain unconquered.
Well, they're going to be conquered this time around.
Do you know why Zenza selected it?
Each mage
probably to test Frieren.
Match to their double. Defeating it would require a level head. Teamwork and deep self-analysis are the keys to victory.
Yeah, even though it's kind of an individual test, you definitely have to have the teamwork for this. Yeah, she's charging up. You got to get out of there. Multi-Zoltrock too. All right, they're doing good dodging though.
Dinkin!
Let's get the hell out of here.
What are we going to do about her?
Nothing. Go find Frieren. I know that's what's done eventually somehow.
Seems you and I are cornered, friend.
Oh, she stole a golem. Wonder if that's Lons or whose that is.
I have a life-saving question that only a cloning magic specialist could answer. Do you know one? Madam Copycat over there. How exact of a replica do you think something like her could be?
You run your mouth even during the heat of combat, don't you? It's as if you die if you ever shut up.
You're getting to know me well, huh?
Well enough to copy his magic at this point.
That means quiet. Does that mean she hasn't copied my memories or winning personality?
It's likely just incapable of speech. During the initial attack, it was less concerned with dealing a fatal blow and more interested in swiping my skull.
That's crafty. I guess it would, if it
Which is what I do. Copycat's a woman after my
if it was
own
created with her
Prefer it knows
memories
more about
intact, she would have known to go for that.
I'd wager it's wary of being trapped by your Sorganil.
Yeah, maybe. That or she's getting a kick out of tormenting us.
Is this actually him bleeding though, or a clone? I mean, seems pretty serious.
Around, and you'll be dried up before you know it.
You never know with guys like him.
Talking to the real you or a phony?
Okay, so even she is unsure.
Who knows?
Right.
But he would have had to have that activated for a really long time for him to walk into the ruins with it.
You might need that if you wish to survive the test.
Case, wait here. I'll see you soon, Four Eyes. I guess someone's got to get your bottle.
She's about to go fight herself?
Oh, I expected her to close the gap. To beat her to Sorganiel, I need her far enough so that I can see all of her, but not the other way.
Yeah, so she can't see, like, you're up close and she can't see the waist down.
Will lose.
That's why she attacked with smoke.
Matched, victory will be decided by luck. Lady Luck has never been my fan.
The smoke and stuff around them right now looks kind of pixelated.
Meaning I have no desire whatsoever to fight myself.
Sorganiel?
My luck is always terrible. That's why I didn't want to do this. It appears that your luck is somehow even worse than the originals. Four eyes and shining armor.
He stepped in. Very nice. And he didn't even had to do much. He just had to pop in.
So not even your escape bottle was the real deal.
Whoa, that's crazy. He could even do that. I guess why not if it's on his person?
You knew that I was using a clone the entire time. So why would you risk your life like that?
If she knew, it wasn't really a risk.
Four Eyes, I trusted you would come save me.
Yeah.
Do I seem like that nice of a person to you?
Oh no, not a bit.
But you're gonna need her to survive.
Does it? You wouldn't take my bottle. That told me just about everything I needed to know. I caught on and created a situation where my blood would undeniably be on your hands. I continue to learn more and more about you each day.
I see. Good for you, I suppose.
Yep, how much longer till she has that clone?
Yet?
Not quite. You're stuck with me a little while longer.
And what a tricky way to copy somebody, having to be able to empathize with them. That would, like, what is, where is that line drawn at?
Look, Mistress Frieren. There are stairs over there.
Quick, the map, please.
I'm pretty sure that we've fully explored this floor already.
Just give me the map. Let me do my work.
Must have missed it, but there's a hidden room behind here. There's probably treasure inside.
How did she know that without looking at the map?
Stomach. There's a rare grimoire in there biding its time until a new owner stumbles across it.
I don't know. We didn't see anything that resembled an entrance.
It's still just insane that they're just maneuvering this thing around like a legit map in a HUD or something. Very nice. Or is it just a trap? Oh no. I'm getting solo leveling vibes right now. These things about to come to life. Okay, that's good. Candle lit even. Or are those like glowing stones? I can't tell. Seems pretty cleared out.
Mistress Frieren, this is incredible.
If it's cleared out, it might be like that movie National Treasure where there's a trick secret room. You gotta find the real secret room.
I've never seen such a pristine mural of the Unified Dynasty era. It's a masterpiece.
She clocked the era pretty quick though.
It's truly magnificent.
Yeah, Fern's getting pumped. There's some of that love for dungeon crawling she's gonna get. Oh, okay, so they just made it down here. I was wondering if they were somehow gonna get closer to the Spiegel without finding this area, but
Actually speaking, the bottom of the labyrinth should be just beyond this hall behind us.
I sense a butt.
a very big one.
That thing has been playing sentry for half a day.
This is getting interesting.
She's pumped though.
Precisely how conquering a dungeon ought to be.
This is great to see.
Perfect replica in every way.
A chance to fight myself. This should be great.
And matched my strength rather impressively. Let's take a moment. It seems to have recreated all the other aspects of the flesh and blood version. So its flaws and weaknesses should be the same as mine.
Restraint or hypnosis magic would be our best bet.
You do have a point, but I'm resistant to both of those.
They may still
Yeah, that stuff's not gonna work on me.
defenses.
I'm too good.
Would be able to use that split second of insecurity to defeat it. Metoda. You're good at that sort of
Metoda. Okay, we finally learned her name.
I'll try, although good might be an overstatement. Excuse me a moment.
Whoa, interesting. Hug magic.
Restraint spell doesn't do a thing. You smell pretty. Barring the difference in mana, there are precious few reasons why it wouldn't work. Miss Frieren.
Her spiritual pressure is too good for that.
Fixated on my eyes.
Hypnosis?
Doesn't appear hypnosis magic will work either. Miss Frieren's mental defenses are far too strong to penetrate. Goodness me.
So you weren't hyperbolizing your resistance.
Fern's making her noises.
The construction of her defenses is solid and complex. The technique itself is rather antiquated. If we had a specialist in hypnosis, they could look for its vulnerability.
Someone had...
A second-class mage may be suited for the job. While she's formidable in her area of expertise, she has no combat abilities. Honestly, I'm not sure she would make it this far.
Yeah, is she worthy of that first class then?
For those less familiar with hypnosis magic, it's important to note that it can only work on targets that have minds. At this point, it's still unclear if the replicas have created those too.
That's tricky.
Remains too much we don't know.
Is there a brain inside that head of hers?
Adel, what do you think that is?
Oh, is it a replica of Zenza?
No. Truth
That's scary because she's scary.
As important as what it can do, given the
Yeah, we don't know anything about her.
is Senza.
Concealing our mana and hiding away can only buy us time. We will have to defeat it.
You nor Dunes can use the full scope of your power tucked in this dungeon.
Maybe similar to like the water magic.
Mastered or ill-suited for dungeon combat.
Rely on powerful defensive spells in combat is to eat away mana. Thus, most attack spells utilize natural objects already on the scene.
That makes sense.
Mages thrive when they have something to manipulate.
But then you have someone like
Essentially,
Fern who's just blasting Zoltrax.
far better tactical move to be resourceful with what you have. Just watch that creature. Its hair is infused with multiple layers of magic. So you can assume it has countless ways to fight.
She says she's a pacifist because all of her magic's in her hair.
As I see it, there's no way to defeat
She's technically not doing it, it's her hair. That's probably her
with
excuse.
imagination. By the looks of it, the enemy before us can individually wield every last hair on its head in a way that is both unique and unpredictable. Creativity and planning in that capacity would require no less than a superhuman imagination. Far greater mage than any of us.
Yeah, she got rid of all of her other emotions and just put all of those points into creativity.
I'm comfortable in saying we gave it our all. We should be self-aware enough to know we aren't fighters. Our time has come. More than that,
Not yet.
I'm terrified and
You gotta get found by the other crew.
Is there no chance your voice could work on it?
It's true that hypnosis magic has been the business of my family for a while now, but it's going to be impossible to meet the conditions needed to give it more sophisticated commands. Even then, I'd have to make eye contact and speak to it.
Yeah, thus far, hypnosis and like binding magic have had these big drawbacks. It'd be scary if we end up finding someone who doesn't have those.
We need to hold the beast.
Just 15 seconds. More time.
Just
would be great,
15.
But that won't happen.
What do you mean by that?
Because it's already on us. Oh, that's scary. She also, in this hair form, in the Zenza here, in this, like with her hair all sprawled out and everything, she reminds me of Rifle from, like, the Abyssal one from Claymore. And that, like, this is exactly what she did. She just sliced and diced you with hair in her Abyssal state. You know, she was just all wrapped in, well, I guess, I don't know if you would call it hair, but her hair-like tentacles, I don't know. And, yeah, if anything like Rifle, that is absolutely terrifying, and I don't think Zenza's gonna have the playful nature that she had, and yeah, like a non-killing instinct, but you know, it's already happening, so let's see what happens. And they said she wasn't a physical fighter?
Cast your defensive magic with full coverage. There are 2 ways to overcome a defensive spell in combat. Either you can hit it with enough might,
She's terrifying.
or you can find a way to slip through.
She's just drilling straight through.
It's trying to do both of those techniques. These drills are likely as heavy as boulders. I thought 15 seconds was a safe enough estimate of how long we would be able to maintain.
I mean, they've honestly done good so far to stay
I
alive.
don't see even half of that would have been too much to ask. Seems we made eye contact anyway. I find the better the mage, the more closely they watch their opponent. Kneel!
Oh! No! Why are they just standing there?
That's that. I understand. It has
Are they already dead too then or something?
It's just
Oh, no.
mimicking the functions of the originals. There's no point in trying. We cannot beat it.
Come on, Frieren.
Part of the strength of another. Go, run as quickly as you can and find a
Was
partner
that
to depend
an
on.
illusion or is she just standing back up?
I said our time has come. Mine especially.
Well, she's really trying to run here.
I'm going home.
It's able to block her. Oh, and she's bleeding. Okay, so that actually happened. Yeah, these golems are legit. She's just leaving them though. No, but they're not escaping. They're sticking to the task. Nice.
Fighter or not. It's never that twisted mage's intention for anyone to pass.
Yeah, I mean, she knew what they were getting into down here. Okay, kind of Levine. They're good. He went all by himself. Dumb mistake.
We lack the information to make
And there was water down there too, though, so that's good at least.
possibility that it doesn't have a mind. The only way to defeat it may well be with brute force.
Think you can do that?
Be an even battle. If you got one extra, then you're good. Verbals team again? Awesome. I wanted to get back to them. He uses his flowers the same way that Shinki uses his iron sand or whatever. It's really cool.
But just like I
And he can just keep creating flowers till he runs out of mana. It's awesome.
Anna's tough, and in a simple clash of mana, she crushes both me and Sharf.
So that's why Fern said that she was the strongest. I guess just her mana supply is the greatest. Trying to cave in the roof?
No worries.
I like the curve he put on that.
Just name the foe. I can crush anyone, anywhere.
Yeah, that might be a stretch, but I like the confidence.
If that's our plan, it might have to be me. I may be able to kill Mistress Frieren.
Their Harry Potter
Yes.
invisibility cloak.
Good. Strategizing begin.
And that's a wrap for this episode. And whoo, buddy, there's so much going on here as far as the fights and everything. And now we know it's all thanks to the Lord of the Ruins. All this is thanks to the Spiegel. And I really like the callback to Evig the Sage because assuming he didn't just instantly flee on sight, if he was able to survive seeing the Spiegel and able to document that encounter, like what Gano was saying, then he must have been pretty capable. The grimoire that Hyder gave Frieren must have had something good in it, whether it was information or magic. I can't really remember what Frieren said at, because those were the early episodes, if she said something about what was in there, but if she did, then my apologies for that. Ubel and Land make pretty short work of the Ubel replica, and that boy Land just does not trust anybody. He seriously had activated this whole test, which Ubel was onto, but just the fact that he is still doing it is crazy. He doesn't trust anybody. Meanwhile, Kana and Levine are just busy trekking around with no care in the world, and I guess you would just consider that a skill issue. They were the ones who picked the best route. Edel and company did not, however, have that skill. They picked the second worst route, the route that led them right to Rifle of the West. Sorry, I mean Zenza replica. And that thing was just absolutely terrifying. They mentioned it in this episode. If using your surroundings around you, like, you know, rocks and water and different things, is kind of the goal in order to conserve your mana, then using your own hair to infusing that with mana and magic and using that's got to be like as on point with that mindset as you can get. Luckily, everyone survived that encounter so far, and now we're off to flaying the big fight with the Frieren replica. I'll go ahead and wrap up here. As usual, you know, thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I hope to see you in the next one.